Have you ever wondered if just one person's ideas could completely change how we see the world? I mean, everything, from the ground beneath our feet to the stars in the sky? Well, that's pretty much the story of Sir Isaac Newton, and it's a journey that completely transformed our understanding of, well, everything. So before Newton, the universe was this place of deep, deep mystery. The movement of the planets, the pull of the tides, even something as simple as an object falling to the ground. These were all these huge questions without any clear logical answers. And this really gets to the heart of the matter. This was the central question of the age. Was the universe driven by some kind of magic and divine mystery, or was it a giant machine, one that operated on a set of rules that we could actually discover? A whole new wave of thinkers was dead set on finding out. What we're looking at here is a fundamental shift in thinking. The old worldview was totally steeped in superstition. Things happened because of luck, or fate, or just mystery. The new idea, which was pretty radical at the time, was that the universe wasn't random at all. It was this intricate machine, and we could understand it through logic, evidence, and reason. This whole intellectual revolution was called the Age of Enlightenment, and it really took off in the 1600s and 1700s. And right in the middle of it all, in 1643, Isaac Newton was born. So he grew up in a world that was just electric with this new possibility of human reason. At its heart, the Enlightenment was really driven by a few core beliefs. First, that the universe follows natural laws. Second, that we as humans can actually discover them through science. And maybe most importantly, that this knowledge could be used to improve society for everyone. And honestly, no one personified this new vision better than Isaac Newton. He didn't just believe the universe was like a clockwork machine. He was determined to find the gears and basically write the instruction manual for it. Newton was a true powerhouse, a brilliant scientist, a groundbreaking mathematician, and a pretty clever inventor too. He was just completely convinced that the universe wasn't some collection of mysteries, but a series of puzzles that could be solved if you had the right tools: logic, reason, and of course, math. So how did he pull it off? Well, Newton didn't just solve a few puzzles here and there. He uncovered the fundamental laws that govern motion and gravity, the very instruction manual for how everything in the universe interacts. Let's break these down real quick because they're just stunningly elegant. First, inertia. An object is going to keep doing what it's doing unless something messes with it. Simple. Second, force. The heavier something is, the more oomph you need to move it. That's why it's harder to push a car than a bike, right? And third, action-reaction. For every push, there's a pushback. It's literally how rockets launch into space. These three simple rules describe all motion. It's incredible. But his laws of motion were only half the story. His most famous idea, the one that would really tie the heavens and the earth together, well, it could be summed up in just one powerful word. And it all supposedly started with a super simple observation. We've all heard the story of the apple, right? Whether it's perfectly true or not, it totally captures the essence of his genius, seeing a massive question in an everyday event. Why did it fall down? Why not sideways or up? This is what made his idea of gravity so powerful. It wasn't just about falling apples. It was the exact same force that keeps us planted on the ground, that holds the moon in its orbit, and that guides the planets in their huge, majestic dance around the sun. One single law explaining the everyday and the cosmic. Okay, so this leads us to the single most revolutionary idea that Newton proved. This is the one that truly unlocked the universe and basically cemented the whole idea of the Enlightenment. Get ready for this, because this is the concept that changed absolutely everything. It was this incredible leap of insight that connected our world right here directly to the heavens. And here it is. The laws of nature are universal. For thousands of years, people believed that the heavens were perfect and divine, operating on completely different rules than our flawed, chaotic Earth. Newton just shattered that idea. He said the force pulling that apple to the ground was the exact same force keeping the moon in orbit. There weren't two sets of rules, there was just one. This was the breakthrough. The physics of a falling apple and the physics of the orbiting moon are identical. For the very first time, humanity understood we weren't separate from the cosmos. We were part of it, governed by the same elegant universal laws. So, what did this discovery really mean for us? Well, it proved the universe was orderly, not just some random mess. It confirmed that its laws were the same everywhere, on Earth and in space. And most profoundly, it showed that humans, through science and reason, actually had the power to understand it all. But Newton's impact didn't just stop with science. Not at all. His success created this massive ripple effect. It inspired a new confidence in the power of human reason that spread to philosophy, society, and even government. Think about it. His work was this amazing proof of concept. Other thinkers started to wonder, hey, if the physical world operates on logical, discoverable laws, then what about human society itself? And this gave rise to the idea of natural law. People began to ask, are there natural laws for government, for economics, for human rights? Newton had given them the confidence to go looking for those answers using logic and reason instead of just sticking with tradition. This was a huge psychological shift. Humanity was no longer just a passive observer in a mysterious universe. Suddenly, we were active participants, capable of understanding the rules and actually using that knowledge to improve our world. The very idea of progress became a central belief. And ultimately, this is Newton's true legacy. He didn't just give us a bunch of formulas for gravity and motion. He gave us this profound demonstration of the power of the human mind, the power to observe, to question, to calculate, and in the end, to understand. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. Newton showed that the universe was like a book written in the language of math, and that we could learn how to read it. His work kicked off a journey of discovery that's still going on today. So it makes you wonder, what great underlying rules of our world are just waiting out there for the next brilliant mind to come along and unlock them?